I'm going to transport these fish up to the pond by the wedding venue, and the easiest way to do it, because I don't want to sling that tub from underneath the Manitou. So we're just going to take a bucket full of water out of the top pool, and then we're going to tip the tub into the bucket, and then I can take them up and then just tip them in up there. That should be enough. Got our little fishies in the bucket getting sloshed about. I'm trying to go real slow, but it's hard to stop it sloshing. We're going down to the pond by the wedding venue. We're going to put this lot in there, and if I get any more, I'm going to put them in the aqua park pond. Hopefully we're not going to lose any along the way. Here's our little fishy. Oh no, bollocks. So here's one of our little fishies. We're going to put him in the water. Just having a little look at him, getting a good look.
By hand, and now here's the bucket putting the rest out into the pond.
How many are still in there? Is that still recording now then?
How do I know if it's recording? Yeah, no it is, yeah, sorry, this time is going.
I want to take the 360 over to the mid pool now, try and sort out the banks that I was talking about. But last time I drove it, just at the end, it was sounding a bit ropey, sort of wanting to conk out. So I'm thinking that we might have a little bit of a possible blockage in the fuel filter. With the old machine, I was pretty familiar with where everything was. But on this machine, I haven't had a chance to have a good look at it, so we're going to have to investigate, see if we can find the fuel filter, take that off, give it a clean, hopefully just put the same fuel filter back on, check the air filter as well, could just be air, so that's what we're doing now. Start with the air filter, first things first over here. I've given the air filter a little tap out, it wasn't too bad, bit of dust come out of it. So we've got the fuel filter here, but sometimes there's like a smaller inline filter before, like a pre-filter, so I'm just going to see if I can find one of those. Well, I can't find a pre-filter on it. I've just fired her up and checked the oil, checked the air filter, give that clean out. Could just be the air filter. What we'll probably do is order another fuel filter anyway, but she seems to be ticking over quite nicely just at the minute. Sometimes it's just a bit of dirt or something in the fuel tank that will run through, makes it sound a bit ropey. So we'll track her over to the mid-pool and just have a go, see how she goes over there. Back down at the mid-pool with the 360. And what I want to do is try and get the last of the water out, so that with this dry hot weather we've got, sort of dries it out a little bit so I can track the machine in there, because at the moment it's going to be pretty boggy. So we're just going to go down into it a little bit here and dig a little bit of a sump just here somewhere, just so that the water can drain down. I can pump that out, and then hopefully that will let me catch any of the last fish that might be in there. But I've seen the heron down here today, so he might have had some easy pickings, little bit of dinner. We'll see how we get on now. I've got the digger round onto the mid bank, and we've got to pull this jib pipe out, so just going to do that now. I'm going to try and track the digger up here just so I can get these reeds out, pull up a bit of this clay and try and just clean up, tidy up the inside of this bank. So we're just going to do that now. Right, I've got to be honest, I'm pretty nervous sat in this machine up here. Not too bad if I go down that side to the right, but on the left, that's some pretty deep water. We're not getting the machine out of there in a hurry. So I've had to draw up some of this slop from the bottom, and it is pretty sloppy, so I'm hoping the sunshine dries it out a bit. The only way I can see sensibly to shape this into the way that I want it is I'm going to have to get the digger down in there. So I'm going to just work along this bank up to the end. There's some solid ground in the bottom, it's just a few inches of slop. Then we'll drive in and try and shape this from the bottom. So we're just going to carry on for a minute. Right, a little update. I've thrown a bit of messy clay up on that bank there. I'm going to take the digger down into the pool now, which I'm a bit nervous about whether I'm going to get it out again, but we will try. But a little bit of a mission getting the old incline out, which was over there. So I've just spent a couple of hours doing that. Managed to lift it out to here. Now I've got all sorts of different ideas about what to do with it. So if anyone's got any great suggestions, let me know. At the moment, I think we're going to trench through this bank here and stick it in there, but we'll let you know on that one. So the hot weather and the sunshine's done a really good job of drying some of this clay out, and I've got the digger down in there. I've been able to shape it up a little bit. It's still not quite finished. I'm hoping it'll dry out a little bit more. I can smooth it down and then get a nice smooth flat edge along the top here, so that I can put the AstroTurf stuff along the edge. A nice little finish. Chucked a bit more up in this corner, make the bank a little bit wider there. So the water's basically, we've got a little bit of seepage. The water level on this side, as you can see, is quite high, and it's generally just seeping back in, filling up that a little bit on that side. So keep the pump in there, pump that out periodically. And some of the other slop that I've thrown up the other side, I'm just going to, once I've got the digger back out, I can shape that up the bank on that side from the top. So that's where we are with that so far. Still got the obstacles features out over there. So the idea is, what we're going to do is put this end here, bolts onto that end over there to create a bit of a rooftop thing. And what we're going to do is probably just dig a trench through the bank here, so we'll have like a bit of a rooftop thing going from there through the bank and into that pool. So that'll be fun, and I still haven't decided what I'm doing at the far end yet.